Hello everybody and welcome back to the Vampire Counts playthrough. Last time out, a bit of a disaster, as we seem to be having every couple of episodes now. We just can't seem to get any kind of head of steam in this campaign. And everyone's obsessed with raising my territories, so I can't just step back in and take them back without needing a great deal of dark magic to do so. So, the Wizenland, who was our target that we've taken much of this land from, now has two pretty large armies, which is slightly scary. These dwarves have been weakened, but we just don't have the troops to deal with it. So we're going to have to rebuild again. Now, Fort Oberstyre is where I really want to step back in and take it back. I want to leave Manfred here. This is going to increase our growth. I don't know that that's the best use of our money, what we do have of it. I'm really worried about this Dwarven army. It'd be a complete waste of resources, but we could just hire a lord just for the purpose of taking Fort Oberstyre and sitting on it while we could recover it, which I think it sounds stupid, but I think it's what I'm going to do. Intelligent Steinbach Gorst. Oh, he's a bit more expensive than I thought he was. Oh well. So we'll wait till next turn and then he can go and resettle Fort Oberstyre. I don't see many. We can't afford it now, but I didn't see much use in that. Right, we're just going to sit on it. Manfred has another skill point. He's marching up that tree pretty quickly. We're going to finish off this with the blade shield. We just need his main army to recover, and we need a very obvious target to present itself before I'm willing to risk him in battle again. I hate the amount of armies that are just strolling through our territory at will. It really does frustrate me. Not really much I can do about it. Right, our Vargeists have been buffed then. The gods are angry, are they? The omens are ill. Something you have done has angered the gods. Yet they are fickle. They may forgive you in time, or more immediate appeasement might be necessary. Angry gods, -3 public order, +20 growth. Tribute, +4 public order, -1,000. I could do with the public order, to be honest. I can't afford more angry citizens, and we've got the money for it, so that's what we're going to do. He is going to go and resettle Fort Oberstyre. Oh my god, why has that gone up in cost so much? Oh crap, we've got to wait another turn now. Are they all gone up that much? They have. Why are they all suddenly 2,500? They were like 800-900 before. I really don't understand this game sometimes. If anyone knows why it does that, please do let me know. Educate me. New technology. We don't really use much of these people. They're like Cairn Wraiths and Crypt Ghouls and stuff, so there's no real need. We don't use zombies either. A very corruption might be helpful, so we'll research that. You know what? I think Essen is finally in a position to be self-sufficient. It is! Right, Skullgrave, your watch is over at last, my friend. You can head south to provide much needed reinforcements. Alright, let's go ahead and end that turn. Hopefully nothing bad happens. That's what normally happens when we have a plan. Greenskins have completely obliterated the dwarves on our doorstep there. Oakenhammer and Zufbar are now in their control. As I said, I don't know if I should be worried about this or not. The dwarves had been... You want peace again, do you? You're gonna have to give me some money for that. At least 1,500. High. 2,100 moderate. 2,4 moderate. 2,7 low. Let's go for 2,4. 1,800. You know what, I haven't got I haven't got the armies available to take them down anyway, so it's a little bonus, gives us a bit of time to rebuild once again. I promise we will be in a position to go forward at some point in this campaign. Right, can we finally resettle Fort Oberstar? We can. Good. And we shall upgrade the settlement. Great. Right, Skullgrave. Continue your journey west. What I think we'll do with him... Double check on Essen. It's gone down again. Why? What's wrong? Lack of corruption, taxes, difficulty level. Maybe Carla can do something about it. We'll deploy her and see what happens. I can't keep an army that we're paying for in Essen for the entire game. I mean, the problem is the other settlement is actually free now. How much will it cost to resettle that? Let me guess, 2.5 hours? 1,600. The problem is it's right on the borders of the Talabek land, and that's one beast I really don't want to poke at the moment.
This action does not have my consent.
No, we'll continue him going west, and he can meet up with Manfred, and then we can work out what we're going to do. Ideally, we just resettle all the lands and rebuild, but that's very wishful thinking. I think Essen is just a constant problem, but it's giving us 600 per turn at the moment. So if we can counteract that 600 by maybe resettling somewhere else, we might stand a chance. Enemy within, carrot or stick. I don't really use heroes either way, so sure. Immortality, give it to him. I don't really care. Swartzhafen would be the logical thing. Only costs 1,600. Can we could do it then, technically. Okay, maybe that's what we'll do, because then this province will be united, which should help public order. Manfred is now almost at full strength again. Okay, it's not taking as long as I thought it might to get back on track. I hate that these greenskins just keep wandering through. Really worries me, because if they did decide to attack, it would be several turns before we could get Manfred up there to help deal with them, and I'm not sure he could. They got 3 full stacks there, which is more than enough to bring us to our knees. 1,800. Let's do it. Let's resettle it. Make the province complete. Colonise. Number of soldiers that will settle here, 483. Oh, so we actually lose... I didn't realise that. So we lose quite a large chunk. Oh, I see. So that's why it's so much cheaper with large armies. Because you've actually got to set aside some of your troops to go and recolonise it. So obviously the more troops you have, the less money you've got to pay. Okay, so this province is now secured. To begin with, we shall repress mortals to help with the public order. And hopefully get this stable. We're obviously going to have to build some buildings. Manfred is all on his lonesome at Averheim. I don't think this place would survive. Yeah, military presence 20. So we've secured these 2 large swaths of land now. That'll help. If we could somehow find the money to resettle these 2 as well, we'd kind of be in the position we wanted to be. At least Averheim and Grenstad. The Moot needs the work bad. It's a bit far away. Skill point for Skullgrave. What tree are we going down this one? Immortal Horror, wound recovery time, sure. Sounds good. Blimey, we're past 150 turns now. And we're still really no further forward than we were about 50 ago. But baby steps, huh? Oh, hello.
Hearts of your enemies, mighty lord. The wisest amongst them will know that fate is on your side. I have foreseen it.
Okay, the spread of undeath. Manfred's influence must spread across all of Sylvania and beyond into the Empire itself. If he is to realise his dread ambition of becoming the first and only eternal empire. Before he can rule, a power base should be established and fresh troops risen for the challenges ahead. So we have achieved occupy, loot, raise or sack 6 different settlements. Surprised it's taken us this long to do that. Bonus objectives 1 of 5 complete. So we get 4,000 dark magic plus 1,000 for that bonus objective. What the hell is she? Geneva von Sinclair Banshee. Is that a reward? Don't know. Mission failed. Sure. The grave Harridans come. As our power grows, it gains the attention of other foreboding creatures. The wailing hags emerge from their swamp and foetid haunts to join us in the destruction of the living. A tomb banshee has arrived. Wonderful. Pretty damn scary, but maybe she's Manfred's cup of tea. Right, so our new campaign objective. Now is the time for Fellbats to blot out the sun, for gloom to fall upon the lands of the living, and the long night to begin. Manfred's dominion shall extend far and wide if the prophecies of the Liber Noctis are to come true. So, occupy, loot, raise or sack 10 more settlements. And we shall get 6,000 dark magic as a reward. That's a welcome bonus. So we are actually making progress. And can now afford to do a lot of much needed rebuilding work, which is good. So, I think this is the province we need to do the most work in. We're going to have to leave quite a large military presence for the moment here anyway. So, we'll upgrade that to a tier 1. We'll upgrade that to a tier 2. Buildings. We still got all our military recruitment buildings over here. We do. So we don't need to rebuild any of those. So public order and money are going to be the calls of the day. Growth, not particularly useful. Yeah, we need to wait for all the main settlements to be built, really. What was Templehof? I think that was upgrade this, but we haven't got enough money anymore. No. What could we do at Averheim? Can give us growth and local recruitment capacity. No, I think we'll leave that. We'll keep this building, and once these 2 settlements have been upgraded, then we'll see what new buildings we can build. We haven't looked at the map for a little while, so let's do that. We want it in terms of ownership. There we go. Right, so we've nearly joined our lands up. We really need these 3 as well. Grenstad would be the obvious first choice to complete the Everland, and then at least we've got a link at last between our 2 territories. The Greenskins are pretty worrying, I've got to say. They've nearly wiped out the dwarves, and as soon as they do, we're not going to be too far from there. We're not going to be too far from a target for them. So the Empire, that's not really recovering at all. I completely forgot about that from a couple of episodes ago. So it's the Empire, not the Wizenland there now. And the Empire was struggling. They've only got 1 region up north, because they've been ruined, presumably by the chaos. There's ruins everywhere at the moment. Yeah, the chaos do worry me. I remember our original plan all that time ago was to go south. Take out the Wizenland, yeah, that'll be easy peasy. And then take out these dwarven factions and start running away from the chaos. But we never got there, unsurprisingly. Talabecland, still a pretty large faction in comparison. They have had their kingdom split a little bit as well. But everything is just getting ruined, presumably by the chaos. Right, we better get a shift on them, because we're either going to get at some point... Well, we've got some pretty large threats coming, haven't we? We've got the Greenskins, which once they finish the dwarves, we're going to be pretty tasty targets. The Talabecland, who have up until this point not really bothered with us, but they may do. They are right on our borders. And the Chaos, which have ruined everything around us at some point, but have still yet to confront us. So, where shall we go? We were ending the turn, I think, weren't we? Yes. Another skill point for the mighty Manfred. Where is he? He's 25 away from his zombie dragon. I can't wait to see that. And the final one in this skill tree, Red Fury, ability Red Fury replaces Bloodlust. Plus 18%, 18%. That's very good. Good. Right, let's end that turn. I do want to get a battle in, obviously, at some point, but you can't. The way this campaign's going, we can't force them. So it may mean that occasionally we get an episode without any battles at all. It's just the way it falls, really. The Empire. Where are they going? Talabecland. Are they at war with them? They must be.
I will not obey.
Right, it's going to be another couple of turns till that's built. There's nothing really useful we can build until they have been. So we'll keep stockpiling our money. Thing is, I think Manfred could take on any single army that any opposing faction could throw up. The problem is he is isolated. it is always going to be just him against an army, and if they bring up reinforcements or we're trying to take a settlement that also has a large garrison, as the top knots are destroyed, then that's when we're going to hit problems. So we have two options: to try and be strategic with where he hits, or we need to rebuild enough that we can have a second standing army to go with him. That'd be the favourite, but that's also going to be the trickier thing to do. Right. We're going to upgrade that settlement. What do we think is safest? Probably Fort Oberstyre. I've just used what I was going to use on this, isn't it? Bugger. Okay. Yeah, cancel that construction. Let's because I've got to upgrade the main settlement. I can't do it anyway. What about here? Yeah, we need to upgrade, so we'll upgrade that again, and then we'll choose which two buildings we put here. We need to make the most of those two slots, because I don't think we're going to have many other free ones available for quite a while. Got to make use of this peacetime, really. It's unlikely to. The greenskins, I think, are going to be almost certainly the next threat at some point. We really do need to be ready for that. Oh my, no way. The Empire and the Talabek land have a confederation. How have they done that? The Empire had like 3 regions. Talabek land had like 10. Oh, they've all become part of the Empire. Follow again to carry on for Carla von Snickler. Okay, so this once weak and crumbling Empire faction has now become a pretty large empire again. Although it's shrunk a bit more, it would seem. So the Empire's still split, but they do now surround us. Okay. Alright. Not the end of the world. They haven't really shown any aggression towards us anyway, so it's not a problem for the moment. We need to wait 2 more turns for that to finish. I'm reluctant to spend any money on army until we've got those two buildings set up. We could go and resettle Grenstad, maybe, if those dwarves are going to behave themselves. How much will it cost Manfred? I'm in the wrong stance, that's why. Only 900. Right, we're going to go do that. And hope the dwarves don't get all aggressive on us again. Carla, you shall. It's a melee defense, why not? This is a very crucial time. If we can rebuild enough here, we could finally have the platform we need to go forward. If we get attacked by a major faction before we get this chance to build this platform, it could well be game over. It's always a risk in any Total War game of when you're trying to build up your infrastructure and your income and building the structure needed for the next army or a higher tier army, that you'll be caught standing still by larger factions that have got more standing troops than you. The 2 dwarves have gone to war. At least that will keep him distracted for the moment. Manfred is getting attrition, of course he is. Rank gained. Right. Let's settle this up, shall we? It's gone up a little bit because we've suffered attrition. Province secured. Quest successful. Armour of Tempelhof. While the first vampire counts, Vlad von Carstein was the most physically powerful of the vampire counts. Manfred was far more cunning. When Vlad was slain during the climactic battle of the Vampire Wars, Manfred did not involve himself in the infighting that followed. Instead, he travelled far and wide, seeking to deepen his knowledge of necromantic lore and dark artefacts. Now that Manfred has returned to Sylvania, he is more powerful than ever, having asserted his dominance. He makes preparations to unearth some of the evil relics that his studies hinted at. So we now gain this armour of Tempelhof, this fabled vampiric armour, because we earn 3 provinces and we get a little bit of cash as well. Or do we not? Is this sort of a quest chain then? Let's read it. Fuck it. During his studies amongst the bone-dry papyrus and scrolls made of skin in the ancient city of Lamia, Count Manfred uncovered several references to a suit of mail imbued with great power. In ages past, the armour's original owner, a king of Nekara, fell in battle somewhere in the southern Badlands. Beyond this, the armour passes from the record. The Count summons a necromancer. Though quite mad, the man is adept at rooting out forbidden knowledge. Like all those of his benighted kind, he should prove ideal for the task of seeking out any traces of the lost king. Okay, so we have to send a necromancer to Blightwater, which is, good grief, all the way down there. Okay. I don't think we have a necromancer currently. Actually, there's one we keep forgetting about. Oh no, that's a White King. Let's bring him back. I don't know why he's been there for so long. I'm sure he'd be useful in some respects. The other's a vampire, isn't it? Your vampire. Yeah. Okay. She succeeded. No. Essen's in serious trouble.
You dare!
Poor hero again. Okay, so we're going to have to... Oh, hang on. What's this? Is that a necromancer? It's a banshee. How many heroes are there, for goodness sake? Where can I hire a necromancer from? They require a certain building. I'm not entirely sure which building that is, though. I mean, anywhere's been built up long enough to know. Okay, we'll keep that up the back of our minds. One more turn till that's built. What can we build in Grenstad? A crumbling hamlet. Lovely. End turn again. You make commandment. Good. Public order is going to be the name of the day again. What was the other thing? Skill point for Steinbach the Astute. Or of a vampire lord. Doesn't really matter what we give him at the moment. He doesn't have an army. So maybe something that helps out the settlement will be useful. Nothing really helps out the settlement. Hero recruitment. Sure, rest is dead, why not? And we shall end that turn. I really don't like the look of this. There are way too many greenskin armies heading for Essen, including a war. Or are they heading north? Trespasses. Hundreds of them. Building constructed. That's really, really worrying. But what can you do? But just hope they don't attack somewhere. Right, we've got plenty of building slots now. So, public order and income. That would be a good thing to have. Vampiric corruption. Also a good thing to have. And we'll do the opposite of each in the other 2 slots when we've got the money. I think we're sort of almost there with rebuilding. And I want to leave a little bit of suspense to see if those orcs are going to attack us next time round or whether they're heading off somewhere else. So we're going to leave this episode here a little bit shorter. No battles this time out, I'm afraid. But we needed that little rebuilding process. So we've now gained 2 complete provinces from resettling Obersteyr, Schwarzenhafen and Grenstad. The moot doesn't really bring any use to us. It does mean that the almost certain rebellion at Essen in a few turns time, probably about 10 turns time, but we can probably take the hit and just afford to lose Essen because it's just one of those irritating places like the moot was. We're not really, there's no interest to us to take the whole province, and without an entire province you've got to keep an army there, and keeping an army on a single region is just not cost effective at all. So I'm much happier to keep these 3 provinces and build them up, and then the aim is going to be obviously to complete Skullgave's army and maybe build up a small home force with Steinbach so that these 2 armies can then go on the attack and we can finally get moving in this campaign. So as always, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment down below or hit that like button. That's the best thing you can do to help me out. If you want to check out other stuff on the channel, there's currently a co-op campaign with Blackfire Forge where we're playing as the orcs and the dwarves. That's good fun. That's going out every Friday. If you want to keep up to date with when the next episodes are out, or just show support for the channel if you are enjoying everything, you can hit that subscribe button. That'd be really cool. So from this very number crunchy episode, hopefully we shall have a lot more battles next time out. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.
Let's do that. I'll just say my channel name. You can do yours, and then we can just kind of jump into what the hell we're doing.
Twin Barrel J. now.
Forge Fire Black here, and
we are playing video games.
We're gonna do a co-op, a historical gameplay, the orcs and the dwarves, because that.
Wait. That wasn't the actual intro, was it?
Hope it is.
Oh God, I don't know. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a tiny little indie game I'm sure you would have never heard of. Because if you had, I'm sure there would have been some hype for this game. Haha. Yeah, it's No Man's Sky. Of course it is. I am playing on the PC. I shall ignore the the giant puffin dinosaur for the moment, because that is incredible that we have landed initially on a planet that has a puffin dinosaur. Again, I'm just going to keep it out of screen for this intro, because holy fuck.